But in the prophetic literature, Israel's election is an election to a mission. Israel was chosen so as to be the instrument of universal redemption, universal recognition of Yahweh. When God comes finally to rescue the Israelites, he will simultaneously reveal himself to all of humankind. They'll abandon their idols, they'll return to him, a messianic period of peace will follow. And eventually, we're going to see the idea that the mission for which Israel was elected was to become a light unto the nations. This is a phrase that we're going to see in other parts of Isaiah, Isaiah 49, Isaiah 51, later. The royal ideology of Judah plays an important role in the eschatological vision of Isaiah, because this new, peaceful, righteous kingdom is going to be restored by a Davidite. It's going to be restored by a king from the branch of Jesse. David's father's name was Jesse, so when you say the branch from the stump of Jesse, then you're referring to a Davidite. Isaiah 11 refers to the restoration of the Davidic line, which implies that it had been temporarily interrupted. So Isaiah 11 may be post-exilic. It may date from a time when people were hoping for a Messiah to arise and restore the line of David. Isaiah 11, verses 1 to 12 and 16. But a shoot shall grow out of the stump of Jesse, a twig shall sprout from his stalk. The Spirit of the Lord shall alight upon him, a spirit of wisdom and insight, a spirit of counsel and valor, a spirit of devotion and reverence for the Lord. He shall sense the truth by his reverence for the Lord. He shall not judge by what his ears perceive. Thus he shall judge the poor with equity and decide with justice for the lowly of the land. He shall strike down a land with the rod of his mouth and slay the wicked with the breath of his lips. Justice shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his lips. The wolf shall dwell with the lamb, the leopard lie down with the kid, the calf, the beast of prey, and the fatling together, and a little boy to herd them. The cow and the bear shall graze. The bear is vegetarian now, not killing the cow, but eating the grass with the cow. Their young shall lie down together, and the lion, like the ox, shall eat straw. A babe shall play over a viper's hole, and an infant pass his hand over an adder's den. Right? The hostility, the animosity between humans and serpents or snakes, which was decreed at the fall, and the expulsion from Eden, is reversed in this end time. Right? This is a return to the situation in paradise. In all of my sacred mount, nothing evil or vile shall be done, for the land shall be filled with devotion to the Lord as water covers the sea. And in that day the stock of Jesse that has remained standing shall become a standard to peoples. Nations shall seek his counsel, and his abode shall be honored. In that day my Lord will apply his hand again to redeeming the other part of his peoples from Assyria, as also from Egypt, Pathros, Nubia, Elam, Shinar, Hamat, and the coastlands. Thus there shall be a highway for the other part of his people out of Assyria, such as there was for Israel when it left the land of Egypt. So this new, ideal Davidic king will rule by wisdom and insight, and the Spirit of the Lord will alight on him. That's a phrase that we saw being used in the case of Judges, in the case of Saul or David. It doesn't refer to military might and strength here. It refers to counsel and a spirit of devotion to God. And this king's reign will begin an ingathering of the exiles of the nation and a transformed world order. So, to conclude, Isaiah is typical of the prophetic reinterpretation of the ancient covenant promises, giving Israel a hope for a better, ideal future. And like the other prophets, he declared that the nation was in distress, not because the promises weren't true, but because they hadn't been believed. The nation's punishment was just a chastisement. It wasn't a revocation of the promises. The prophets pushed the fulfillment of the promises beyond the existing nation, however. It's only after suffering the punishment for the present failure would a future redemption be possible. So the national hope was maintained, but pushed off to a future day.